it's been nearly 3 months since Donald Trump has been elected, and if you did a retrospective on President Joe Biden's career as president, then you'd be dead wrong, because a lot has changed since then, of course. Most obviously, the Middle East. During the last almost 3 months, the situation in the Middle East has completely changed. Syria fell to a Qatar-funded, Turkish-led regime change invasion by HTS. It wasn't, and now, because of that, Iran's empire in the Middle East has been severely weakened, and Qatar's is stronger, of course. Hamas is funded by Qatar also. So, I think that played a key role in allowing for a ceasefire in Gaza. So, of course, while Joe Biden didn't directly do that, it happened under his watch, and it sounds ridiculous, but there was talk of America leaving Syria earlier in the year, so that was a drastic change. So, he also allowed Ukraine to strike Russia with Ukrainian missiles. He's really done a lot. Of course, I'm not too focused on domestic issues, but apparently he's also done a lot there. So, Joe Biden has had if he had a successful presidency as his last 3 months, then I think he would be considered a major president. But I think his legacy will be judged cannot be judged now. It can only be judged in 4 years. That is because it is my opinion that Donald Trump will be the American chairman now. And I think people will look back on Joe Biden as a time of conservatism. Of course, Joe Biden is not a conventional conservative, but he's a status quo man. And to be perfectly honest, conservatism is the status quo. I think people don't realize that. Conservatism is not reactionaryism. It's conservatism, which means conserving the status quo. And that's what Joe Biden did. So he's a conservative politician. So I think people look back as... So what's going to happen is... Donald Trump's has launched a crypto coin, so a lot of his supporters are going to lose money from that. And I think everyone can understand that when you personally lose money because of to a politician, that then your dislike of that politician would become personal. Because let's say a friend asked you for $20 and said he would give it back to you in about a week, and then it never gave back $20. That you would have a negative opinion on that friend and stuff. Now imagine if it's $20,000. Well, then that'd no longer be your friend, that'd be your enemy. So I think a lot of older, not particularly young, but a lot of people are going to lose money to Trump's crypto coins, because apparently he has crypto coins. But so I think we'll see the after effects during his presidency. So he'll lose a lot of his base, and I think his economic plans will be a disaster. So what I think's gonna happen is by 2028, people will be wishing for the days of Joe Biden. Donald Trump, he is a conservative. He kept the status quo. Donald Trump changed the status quo, and that was an economic disaster. And they want to return to Joe Biden because Joe Biden was the conservative option. Of course, I think he may even be dead by then, but as people remember, I think people remember him in a positive, well, not positive way, but like not a negative way. So that's what I think, and that is also think it should be appreciated how long Joe Biden has been in politics, his age, and he's like just a older era of politician, and I really appreciate the past and his history in the moment. He's literally history. Joe Biden is presidential history already because he's from past. Like, apparently he's wanted to be president since the 1940s. So that's pretty impressive, and does much more say except that is all.